Hi, this is Jim with ProfitTrading.com. Please visit ProfitTrading.com for free trading email newsletters and a lot of other free trading information. So just swing on by ProfitTrading.com. I think you'll like it. We're going to take a look at some of the markets today. Look at the S&P first. The S&P's been in an uptrend, and the 10-10 bands show the uptrend, and the stochastic shows the uptrend. So odds are with higher prices from here. No kind of top in sight for stocks right now. Bonds normally go opposite stocks, and bonds have been in a downtrend, so I expect bonds to continue lower from here. And again, you can see the bands are down, and then the price is down. So bonds, I think, are just going to keep heading lower. There'll be counter trend pullbacks, little counter trend pullbacks along the way, but the trend is down, and it'll probably stay that way. The dollar's in a downtrend too, and I think that's getting ready to break sharply lower. It's up today, but I think that's just part of the sideways kind of. Well, basically, it's made this sharp move down here, and then I think this is just kind of a sideways consolidation, and then it's going to break lower eventually here. So that's what I'm looking for the dollar. If it were to trade up in here and get above the bands, then that would change the picture on the dollar. But right now, I'm bearish on the dollar, and I'm expecting it to break lower. One reason I'm bearish on the dollar is the dollar normally trades opposite the commodities. If commodities are going up in general, the dollar will go lower, and it looks like commodities in general are going to head higher here, like the softs, cocoa, coffee, sugar, corn. A lot of commodities look like they're ready to rally or continue their rally. So that's why I think the dollar is going to break lower. But it doesn't always happen that way, but normally that's the way it happens. Okay, cocoa here. September cocoa. Cocoa's having a good update today. Above the bands are pointing up. Stochastic shows the momentum's up, and then we had this little hook down and hook up, which probably the red line's going to probably cross the green line here on stochastics, which means the trend is continuing. There's a little move down, which is just a little counter trend correction. That's the way these markets work. They'll make a swing and then a little correction and then another swing. So it looks like cocoa is going to continue higher. And I think cocoa has a lot of upside potential on it. Matter of fact, all these markets probably do. So I'm really thinking that gold and silver are going to break out to the upside, and that should be the catalyst to drive these prices sharply higher. Coffee, it just made a low here, bull swing, tested the low, and I think this is a counter trend correction low, and I think coffee is going to take off to the upside again. Now stochastics, the red line is crossing over so far today. This is intraday, so it could change by the end of the day. That's one thing on these indicators. Sometimes it'll look like, oh, there's a bullish crossover on the stochastics. But if coffee were to close down for the day, then that wouldn't, the stochastics would change. So that's something you got to watch on the indicators. That's just a little tidbit there, because sometimes you'll think, oh, the bullish hook's in, and it's not in until the end of the day when you're looking at the charts during intraday. That's why I like to look at the charts at the end of the day mostly. I don't follow the markets too much intraday. I know, probably a lot of people like to follow them intraday. I don't. I mean, I do follow them intraday because I am here working on my newsletters and things, so I can't help but look at them a little bit. As far as trying to figure out my trades for the newsletters and things, I wait till the end of the day. My newsletters are all end of day things. Okay, sugar again made a bottom here, bull swing. This is probably just a higher test of the low, and I think the low is coming in right here in sugar, and I think sugar is going to head higher. So a lot of these markets are going to be turning bullish fast, and I think that goes hand in hand with gold and silver breaking out to the upside. So we'll see. Again, I could always be wrong. Natural gas, bull swing, counter trend correction. I think this counter trend correction is about over, and natural gas is going to head higher. We're going to go through them a little kind of fast here because we're covering a lot of markets. So crude has been in a bull swing. And again, if gold and silver head higher, this is going to continue higher. So the bands show the uptrend, and there's no sign of a top for crude. So everything's bullish for crude. Silver kind of looks like it's making almost kind of a cup with handle base. There's a number of ways of looking at it. Sometimes these chart patterns kind of blend together. Like this could be a cup with handle here. This could be a triangle. And then sometimes you could even consider these like head and bottom. Sometimes they all fit in kind of together. So there's a lot of different patterns here that this could be breaking out of. Just the fact that it's gone so much sideways here. Everybody's saying, oh, sugar, or excuse me, silver is putting everybody to sleep, but that's the time not to fall asleep. That's the time to get ready for a big move, because what happens is usually when these markets have low volatility, they'll break out to high volatility. So I just got a feeling, this is my gut feeling right now, I think silver's just going to gap up and make a big up day one of these days and just take off to the upside. So, and again, I could be wrong, but that's my analysis for right now. But that's why we follow them every day. If silver were to break lower for some reason and start to head lower, then we change the analysis. But for right now, I think this is a very bullish pattern in silver. Whenever a market's basing like this and really quiet, that's usually the time it'll break out to the upside and take off. And same with gold. Now here's gold probably made a triangle pattern here, a breakout of the triangle, a test of the triangle, and now it's just making higher lows. And higher lows are a sign that the market's gaining upside strength and momentum. See how all those lows are higher? And again, it'll put you to sleep, but the next thing you know, there's going to be a big up day in gold, and it's going to take off. At least that's what I think is going to happen. Okay, orange juice we don't always look at, but I think orange juice is at a major low. It's basically made a long double bottom here, we'll go back a little farther on the chart for that. We'll go back 4 months. And you can see that orange juice has just made a big double bottom. And I think that's the low for orange juice, this double bottom. I think right here is the low for orange juice, and I think orange juice is going to head higher from here. So this is a good time to buy. This might be a time for option traders to consider options, and it's at a... The thing is sometimes when they take off, then they can pull back, and this can still have a lot of choppy action, and then before the real big move up starts. But this is still a good time. Whenever you think it's a major low in a market, that's a good time to consider an option. Okay, live cattle, lean hogs. Lean hogs, I think, are coming into a bottom. Well, this is live cattle here. Okay, live cattle, it's in an uptrend. This looks a little toppy here, but I still, we'll have to see how it plays out. This could be a top coming in here for a counter trend correction, but the trend is up. So that's right now. I'd have to be bullish on live cattle. The trend is up, and again, that could change if it breaks from here. But live cattle is in an uptrend. Lean hogs is in a downtrend, and I think it's making a bottom here. See how the stochastics is kind of making a bullish divergence. This could either make a 1, 2, 3 higher test of this low, or it could come down here and make a double bottom. But there's nothing saying that this just couldn't keep trending lower. But right now, I got to say lean hogs is in a downtrend, but I think it's at a bottom. So we'll just leave it at that. And that's not a market I would have a trade on until it clears up a little bit. Live cattle is the same thing. I would just stay out of live cattle right now until the picture clears up a little bit. But live cattle is in an uptrend, lean hogs are in a downtrend, and then we just have to take it from there. Corn is in an uptrend, and basically I might be getting a buy signal on corn. I've been kind of waiting for corn to correct a little bit to go long again, and it's such a strong bull market, and the crops are so bad this year. There might not be like there will eventually be a big pullback, but like right now there might not be. So I might get another buy signal on corn. We might go long. Now what we are going long in the premium newsletter is bean oil. I have a buy signal out for that. So we might just go with that and just say we're in the grains with that buy signal if that gets filled. Um, Beans, same thing. It's made kind of a sideways consolidation. It hasn't made a real big um, correction. Well, actually, the stochastics came down quite a way, so that's pretty good correction, and it's trading sideways, maybe kind of making a double bottom triangle pattern. So this could be breaking out to the upside soon too. I'm bullish grains. I mean, there's no other way to be when they're in a bull market. There's no doubt about it. I've been waiting for a correction for them to. Now this actually made a pretty good correction. Wheat. This is December wheat. It kind of made a double bottom correction here, and the stochastics came down, and this could be a buy signal coming in here pretty quick in wheat. So wheat looks like it's made a kind of a double bottom correction and it's heading higher. Oats probably kind of the same thing. Oats, but these markets have not wanted to go down, and that's because there's such strong buying in them right now. Again, the stochastics kind of made a correction as the price went sideways, so that's the momentum went down a little bit. And this could almost be, well, no, that really wasn't a double bottom. This is just kind of a sideways consolidation, and oats looks like it might just continue higher from here. So the grains are just, they're staying bullish. They're not pulling back much, which is pretty much what you might expect with this drought we're having. Now bean oil, okay, that's not bean oil. Let me refresh the chart here. Bean oil, basically, I think it's made a correction low here. I have a buy signal out in the premium newsletter. It hasn't got triggered yet, but I think that will probably get triggered, and so we're looking to go long bean oil in the premium newsletter. And I'm gonna wrap this one up. Have a great weekend. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. It's this Friday, August 17th. So this will be it for this week, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.